Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and today we are taking a look at another small-cased field watch that draws its inspiration from old military designs of World War II, the Kuoe Old Smith 90-002. This watch was sent to the channel for free for review, and I don't have to send it back. However, other than providing the watch, Kuoe had nothing to do with the content of this review, and alongside all the specs and measurements, you can expect to get my own honest opinion of it, as I am going to point out the cons as I see them, together with the pros. Kuoe is a young Japanese microbrand based in Kyoto. It was established in 2020 with the goal of providing people of the world with classic designs and quality Japanese manufacturing. The Old Smith comes in 4 different colorways, and it sells for $278 on Kuoe's website. Here is what you can expect to get for your money. You get a nice canvas bag that has the brand's name and origin printed in black in the bottom right corner. Inside is a rather simple cardboard box with the same text embossed on top. It slides open, and inside you get the watch, an extra strap, and a paper hang tag. And beneath those, you find a small envelope with a user manual, a 1-year warranty card, and a card with some information about magnetism. And the measurements are: the width of the case is 35 mm, its thickness is 12.2 including the high domed crystal, and excluding the added millimeter of the NATO strap's thickness going underneath the case. The distance between the lugs is 18 mm, lug tip to lug tip is just under 42, and the watch only weighs 49 grams on either one of the supplied straps. It is water resistant to 100 meters, which is all you need for a daily piece like this one. The dial on this variation of the Old Smith is black with a matte finish. You'll find a railroad minute track printed along the edge of the dial, with old colored lume every 5 minutes. The 12, 3, 6, and 9 are elongated for distinction. After that, 1 to 12 large and bold Arabic numerals marking the hours, slightly raised over the dial. The 3 o'clock marker gives its place to a date complication window, black numbers on a white date wheel. The brand's name and city of origin are printed below the 12 o'clock marker, mechanical above the 6, and Japan made on both sides of the 6 o'clock marker. The hour and minute hands are sword-shaped, highly polished, and filled with vintage-styled, almost orange-colored lume. The second hand is very cool in my opinion, with a loomed lollipop tip and another non-loomed lollipop on the counterbalance. The lume, I'm afraid, is where this watch falls short of my expectations. The lume compound used here is one that I'm not familiar with. According to Kuoe, it is called SO9 Swiss Luminous, but I couldn't find any information about it online. It emits a faint green glow, and as you can see, the indices fade out really fast, and the hands will follow shortly thereafter. The watch sports a high-domed mineral glass with no anti-reflective coating. It is beautifully shaped, and it gives out some beautiful distortions to the dial. We'll talk a bit more about the crystal when we get to the pros and cons section. The case is made of 316L stainless steel and is completely polished all around, including the thin fixed bezel. It looks surprisingly slim on the side profile, thanks to the design of the middle part of the case and the tall crystal. The lugs slope down, and that should help the watch wear nice and snug on the wrist. I usually prefer a brushed or bead-blasted finish on this type of watches, but I have to say that the polishing is done very well and help tone down the tool-like aesthetics of this watch. The oversized crown at the 3 o'clock position is signed with the brand's name, knurled for good grip, and screws down into place. Screw it out and twist up to wind the movement. Pull it out to the first operating position to set the date, and to the second position to set the time. The second hand will stop when you do that. The case back too screws down and has a polished finish. Everything on it is quite simply laser engraved. Old Smith, the reference number, and mechanical are engraved on the center. And going around the edge, we have Japanese movement, all stainless steel 316L, made in Japan, and water resistant 10 bar. That's 10 units of barometric pressure, roughly equivalent to 100 meters underwater. The Old Smith is powered by a Seiko NH35, an automatic movement that was featured numerous times on this channel before, and is probably going to be featured many times more. The reason for that is that it had become the go-to movement for brands looking to put a solid and reliable automatic movement in their watches. It has 24 joules inside of it, and it beats at 21,600 beats per hour. It hacks and it hand winds, has 41 hours of power reserve, and a stated accuracy of between -20 to +40 seconds per day. I have never encountered an NH movement running even close to those numbers. They always perform much better than that. The watch comes with not one, but two single-pass NATO-style straps in two different colors, black and olive green. They both have leather keepers and branded stainless steel buckles, and they are very nice quality. You also get quick-release spring bars attached to the watch, which is great for when you want to take them out in order to change to a two-piece strap. On wrist, it wears more like a 36mm watch, so I don't feel it's too small for my 7-inch wrist. It is very comfortable, a very easy watch to wear, and thanks to the lightweight, you almost don't feel it's there and you don't get any wrist fatigue. The straps are very comfortable too. These have actually become two of my favorite 18mm straps, and I do see myself wearing them on other watches too. Legibility is good. The hands and the markings on the dial contrast well against the black dial, and reading the time is very easy, just like you would expect on this kind of watch. And as an added bonus, the black dial allows the Old Smith to pair nicely with a variety of different straps. Let's wrap this up by talking about the pros and cons as I see them. On the con side, I already mentioned the lume that leaves more to be desired, so I would first like to point at the mineral crystal. It looks really good, I admit, but I would much prefer having a sapphire crystal on this watch, or even an acrylic one. Sapphire would be much more scratch resistant, while if an acrylic crystal was to get scratched, you would be able to easily buff those scratches out with some polywatch. A mineral crystal is neither here or there. It will get scratched eventually, and when it does, it would be much harder to do anything about it. And then there's the price. Now, this is not a mass-produced watch made in China. This is a limited run watch, designed and made in Japan, but I feel that for the specs, the price could and probably should be a little less than the $278 that they ask for it. It is not a very expensive watch per se, but it is situated in a very competitive price segment with a lot of other great affordable options. The small size I'm going to list as both a pro and a con. You either like small watches or you don't. If you do, or if you happen to have smaller wrists, and you're into vintage military watches, you're going to love the Old Smith, and if you don't, you just won't, and that's okay too. Moving over to the pros, and why I really like this watch and can see it staying in my collection. First of all, I think it looks very good. Kuoe did a very good job recreating that old military design that I personally love and always been drawn to. That is what made me contact them in the first place. I love the small size. I think it's a very easy to wear, casual watch as a result. Really something you can walk around with on your wrist the whole day and almost forget it's even there. I love the single pass straps it came with, especially the green one. We may not have a sapphire crystal or great lume here, but we do have a very well made and well finished stainless steel case and a very reliable automatic movement. A vintage design in a modern package. Let me know what you guys think of the Kuoe Old Smith by dropping a comment below. I especially want to hear if you think it's too small or can you see yourselves rocking it. If you're interested in checking it out for yourselves, I will leave a link to Kuoe's website in the description of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. You can also follow me on Instagram and get to know me and my collection a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a more personal level. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy one of these too as well. I want to thank Kuoe for sending this watch in for review, and to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.